1618 Ellen DeGeneres suggests she moved to the UK because of Donald Trump. Everything here is just better. Ellen DeGeneres says President Donald Trump was the reason she decided to move permanently to the United Kingdom. Last November, the comedian and former talk show host, 67, and her wife, Portia de Rossi, moved from the US to the English countryside. Announcing de Rossi and DeGeneres were finally living in the Cotswolds after months of rumors, de Rossi, 52, now revealed why they decided to put down roots across the pond post-Trump, 79, re-election during what marked DeGeneres' first public appearance since relocating. Speaking at the live Q&A in the English town of Cheltenham on Sunday, July 20th, English broadcaster Richard asked DeGeneres if it was true that the US president had been involved with the move. She replied, "Yes." And according to the BBC. During the live conversation, Richard asked DeGeneres, "You had to leave the White House because you were evicted, is that right?" Originally, the Ellen DeGeneres show alum thought she and her wife would spend just a fraction, 3 or 4 months, of the year at their part-time house in the UK, she told Bacon at Cheltenham's Everyman Theatre. Then, Trump was re-elected. "The couple got here the day before the election," DeGeneres remembered, "and woke up to a lot of our friends texting us that were crying, using emojis of the crying face, and I was like, he got in. And we're like, we're going to stay." During the same appearance, the comedian similarly gushed to Bacon about life in the UK, according to the BBC. "It's so beautiful," the star admitted, as she and de Rossi are just not accustomed to seeing these kinds of beauty. "The villages and the towns and the way the architecture is, everything you see is charming, and it's all just a simpler way of life. We came over in November, and it was not the best time, but I saw snow for the first time in my life," the ex-Californian remembered. "We love it here. Portia flew her horses here, and I have chickens, and we got sheep for like 2 weeks. But it's not only the beauty of nature that the couple adores. Everything here is just better. How animals are revered, people are polite," DeGeneres said. "I just love it here." The comedian, who sold her and de Rossi's California estate in August for $96 million, moved them to a new estate in the English countryside last November, a real estate insider told People at the time. DeGeneres was in England house hunting in early October, a source told People, and fell in love with a house that she purchased not long after. DeGeneres, in addition to de Rossi, has been giving fans peeks at life since moving across the pond on social media, but didn't publicly acknowledge the couple's reason for moving up from the West Coast until the July 20th appearance. Rumors that its closure was linked to Trump and his presidency had long swirled online, though, and had even drawn a reaction from one of DeGeneres' comedy comrades, Rosie O'Donnell, who moved to Dublin in January. In April, the former View co-host, who has previously expressed desire to flee the U.S. due to the current administration under Trump, told Us Weekly, "I've never really seen Ellen discuss politics at all in my time that I've known her, and she doesn't really like to take a political stand, which is fine. It's like, that surprised me honestly," O'Donnell said.